Y'all, you probably think the Toronto Blue Jays are just sitting back waiting for Bo Bichette's decision, but hold up. Ross Atkins just dropped a bombshell that's got the whole baseball world buzzing. Blue Jays are aggressively targeting starting pitchers this offseason, and they've already started making calls. We're talking about a rotation overhaul that could flip our entire 2026 championship chase upside down. As your diehard Jays fan who's been bleeding blue and white since those epic World Series runs, I'm breaking down why this could be the missing piece we've been craving. But here's the kicker. What if this pitching hunt is actually the key to keeping Bo around? Stick with me, Blue Jays Nation, because this gets wild. If you're a true fan of the Blue Jays and want every insider detail about our offseason moves, smash that like button right now and hit subscribe so you never miss a beat of what's happening in the 6IX. Let's talk about where we stand right now. The Blue Jays just wrapped up another season that left us hungry for more. Kevin Gausman carried us through stretches, Jose Berrios had his moments, and Shane Bieber's decision to opt into his player option gave us some stability. But let's be real. Our rotation ERA wasn't where it needed to be to compete with the powerhouse Yankees and those pesky Red Sox in the AL East. We're sitting here watching other teams make moves while we've been focused on the Bo Bichette contract saga. But Atkins just showed us he's got bigger plans brewing. The pressure's been mounting all season long. Rogers Center faithful have been patient, but we've seen too many games slip away because our starting pitching couldn't hold leads. Remember those brutal late-inning collapses that cost us crucial divisional games? It's been eating at us all winter. We've got the offense with Vlad Jr. locked up long-term, but championship teams are built on dominant rotations. And right now, we're missing that ace-level consistency that separates contenders from pretenders. Now here's where it gets spicy. According to insider reports from Sportsnet's Shi Davidi and other blue checkmarks around the league, the Blue Jays front office has been quietly working the phones for weeks. They're not just window shopping, they're actively pursuing both free agents and trade targets. Word is they're looking at cost-controlled starters with multiple years of arbitration remaining, which tells us they're thinking long-term championship window, not just a quick fix for 2026. But wait, there's a twist coming that nobody saw. Atkins specifically mentioned that this year's starting pitching market is a little bit better than usual. Translation? He's seeing value where other GMs might be sleeping. We could be looking at Toronto swooping in on undervalued arms while teams like the Dodgers and Mets drive up prices on the marquee names. Let's break this down from two angles. First, the roster impact is massive. Right now we've got Gausman, Berrios, Bieber, and Bowden Francis returning from injury, plus Trey Savage ready to make his mark. Adding one more quality starter gives John Schneider a legitimate six-man rotation to manage workloads and keep everyone fresh for October. That's championship-level depth right there. From a tactical standpoint, Schneider's been preaching about attacking the strike zone more aggressively. New pitching acquisitions who fit that philosophy could completely transform our approach. Think about how much more confident our bullpen becomes when starters are consistently going 6 or 7 innings instead of getting pulled in the 5th. Before we dive deeper into the trade targets, smash that like if you bleed blue and white and want to see Toronto back in October. But here's the kicker. This pitching pursuit might actually be the move that convinces Bo Bichette to stay. Think about it logically. Bo's looking at this roster wondering if we're serious about winning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got paid, which showed commitment to the core. Now, if Atkins lands a frontline starter or two, suddenly this team looks like a legitimate World Series threat instead of a maybe we'll make the wild card squad. That's the kind of supporting cast that makes superstars want to stick around. The optimistic scenario has us landing someone like Tyler Glasnow, if he hits free agency, or trading for a cost-controlled ace from a rebuilding team. Pair that with internal development from our AAA Buffalo pipeline, and we're looking at a rotation that can go toe-to-toe with Houston or New York in a 7-game series. The realistic timeline puts opening day 2026 as our championship launchpad, especially if this pitching upgrade materializes. But here's what's got me most excited. Atkins saying they've started working the trade front tells us deals are already in motion. We might wake up any day to breaking news about a blockbuster swap that brings elite pitching to Toronto. The trade deadline taught us this front office isn't afraid to make bold moves when they smell opportunity. Key dates to watch include the winter meetings in early December and the arbitration deadline in late November. That's when we'll see if all this pitching talk translates into actual signatures and handshakes. Plus, with Gausman, Bieber, and Berrios all hitting free agency after 2026, adding long-term rotation pieces now sets us up perfectly for sustained success. So Blue Jays Nation, Ross Atkins just showed us the blueprint for getting back to championship glory. This isn't just about filling rotation spots, it's about building a pitching staff that can carry us through October and beyond. The front office is finally matching the ambition of this fan base, and that should have every Jays fan fired up about what's coming next. Who do you want to see in a Blue Jays uniform this season? Drop your dream pitching targets in the comments below, share this with every Jays fan you know, and subscribe so you're first to know when these deals start going down. The hot stove is heating up, and Toronto's ready to make some noise.